A little something about Raymond. He's an investor in stocks and rentals. He wants no money from you, no bait and switch, nothing. Here's what he's going to do. He's going to log into his personal account, share real estate property documents, and give you suggestions on what to read.
All right, today is Thursday, April 21, 2022, and we're at my Fidelity Net Benefits login screen. And we're about to jump into this GM 401k and we're going to see what it do. But first, I got to put in the secret code. Right here is my portfolio, and as you guys can see, I have over $1 million. This is something that you guys can do, and I will show you how to do it. But I do have a favor to ask. Did you know if you hit the subscribe, the like, and the share button right now, click on your computer, on your phone, click that stuff right now. It helps me to keep helping you. Everything I do is for free. Let's jump into this GM 401k. My balance as of yesterday, 4/20, $84,592.86. My rate of return for the year, I am down 14.92%. That is terrible. What does that mean in terms of dollars? We got to scroll down, and it means so far this year, I am down $14,599.08. If you guys have a 401k, you log into your 401k and you see a negative number, don't take it personally. The stock market affects your 401k. If the stock market is down, your 401k is down. I can't control the stock market. You can't control the stock market. It's just the nature of the beast. You get good days, good weeks, get good months, good years, and it can all be bad days, months, weeks, and years. So you just got to take it the way it comes. Let's go up to the top. We're going to do investments. We like to click on this tab, cumulative returns. This is the column we like to look at year to date. I have two negative numbers. One negative number is better than the other. The lower negative number meaning I'm still losing money, but not as much as this one. What fund is this at 7.10%? It's the BlackRock US Debt Index Fund. The other fund is the S&P 500 Index Fund. I am getting out of this fund. I have the majority of my money, almost 75%, in the BlackRock US Debt Index Fund, and I believe I can do better. And I'm going to show you guys how I can get from this fund to the fund I want to go to. Let me show you the fund I want to go to. I want to go, let's click this first, cumulative total returns. I want to go right here to the State Street Target Retirement Income 4 Fund. And why do I want to go to this fund? It has a lower negative number, meaning this fund isn't doing great, it's not profitable, but at least I won't lose as much money. So right here it says negative 4.36%. Let's go to the fund that I am in. It says negative 8.76%. And let's go up to the top of what Fidelity is saying. For me, Fidelity is saying I'm down 7.10%. So are you confused? I know I am. Up here it says year to date, I'm down 7.10% for BlackRock. Go down here, it is saying that I am down 8.76 if you have BlackRock. And let me show you. Top of the column, it says year to date. If I had to pick the numbers that I believe more, it'd be the numbers down here and not the numbers up there. Mathematically, I can figure these numbers out. Mathematically, I don't know what Fidelity is doing up here. And I actually wrote them a letter, old school, through the mail, because the guy on the phone said to do it that way, and try to have them explain to me mathematically how these numbers are determined. And I want to show you something. Right here is saying that S&P 500 index, I am down almost 17%. I wanted to Google what the rate of return for the S&P 500 index is. And I did that. Let me show you. All I did is I went up here and I typed in S&P YTD, year-to-date return. And right here, it is saying that it's negative 6.44%. That's how much is down for the year. This number is a lot closer to this number here, 6.03. So why isn't the 6.03 matching the 6.44? That's because, let's open this up. This is a company, State Street S&P 500. This company is saying we're going to create our own index that's very close to the true S&P 500 index. That's why the numbers don't match 100%. Let me open up the fund where I am going to. I am going right here. And I just want to point out some things to you, what you want to look at before you make a fund selection. So it's going to be a lot of stuff here. And if I don't talk about it, in my opinion, if you're a new person, I don't want you to get all confused. If you're new to the game, and this is what I still do today, I don't dig into all this stuff. I do like to learn about it, but in terms of my videos, I made that over $1 million by looking at the easy stuff. So let me show you the easy stuff. I love easy. I like to open up the fund. We already did that. I like to look at the summary tab. I like to look at details. And I like to look at the expense ratio. This is a low expense ratio. It's at 0.048%. It's saying every $1,000 I have invested, they're going to charge me 48 cents. A high expense ratio would be something that has point and a number here. So it'll be a number like 1 through 9 replacing a 0. That's high. This is extremely good expense ratio. Anything else I like to look at on this page? Asset allocation. This is pretty cool to look at. It's just telling you how much are in stocks and how much are in bonds and how much is in cash, 3.54%. The other tab I like to look at. So all the other stuff I didn't talk about, don't worry about it. It's not that serious. You can do over $1 million if you are a long-term investor, just like I'm showing you. Composition. This is where I like to go. And the reason I like to go here and look at major market sectors, this is easy for a new person to understand. Look at the words here. You understand these. Real estate, you know what that is. That's buildings. Technology, those are companies like Apple and Facebook. Financial services, those are banks. Healthcare, pharmacies, hospitals. Consumer cyclical. Cyclical means that the company stock goes up and down. A good example of that would be GM, Ford, and Chrysler. When the economy is doing good, more people are willing to buy cars, so the stock price goes up. When it's bad, it goes down. Industrials, that'd be like mining for steel and different types of metal. Communication services, think of Verizon, think of AT&T. Consumer defensive, kind of think of like the United States in terms of defense. So you think of like Boeing, Raytheon. Basic materials, that'd be your lumber. Energy, you can think of gas, oil, renewables. Utilities, those are the companies that will sell you the energy. All this stuff is really easy to understand. And portfolio weight, that's saying within this fund, almost 19% is invested in real estate, 17% is in technology. I like to look at this. You want to know where your money is in terms of different type of sectors. Real easy to understand. All this other stuff, don't worry about it. Let's scroll down. And the other thing I like to look at are the top 10 holdings. This particular fund that I'm going to go to, it only has 9 holdings, and they're all indexed. So you can see a Russell Small Cap Index. This is a bond index. Index means that it's taking my money and it's spreading it out over many different companies. All right, so let's get out of here. I just told you why I'm going to jump into that fund. It has a low or better losing percentage, negative 4.36 versus where I am. And how do I get into this fund? This is the good part. This is when we start clicking on stuff. So we're going back to the top. And we're clicking on change investments. And we want to do current investments. I have 2 choices. We're going to click on exchange one investment. We're going to click on start. Choose investments to sell. I want to get out of this one. So I'm going to click here. BlackRock US Debt Index. You always got to click this one. It says discretionary. It will not work if you don't click on this tab. Amount to sell. I want to sell 100% of it. So everything I got. Click on continue. Now it's time for me to buy. Choose investment to buy. Click on start. It's showing everything that I can buy. And what I want to buy is, we got to find it. It is right here. State Street Target Retirement Income 4 Fund. Click continue. And here's the confirmation. Here's what I'm doing. I'm selling this and I'm buying this one. Click submit this exchange. Here's my confirmation right there. Now, I don't know how many clicks I did, but this was easy. I'm thinking I clicked maybe 6 or 7 clicks. Really easy stuff to get from one fund to the next fund. So let's go back up here to the top. Click on summary. Oh, I want to point out something to you guys. So I just clicked on, sell a fund and buy a fund. I submitted it. You guys just saw that. I wanted to point out to you the time. It is 9:51 a.m. So I just clicked on submit. But I want to tell you guys that submit will not go through until the close of business today, meaning the stock market will close at 4 o'clock p.m. That's when that change is going to happen. So if something's crazy going on right now, I got to wait until 4 o'clock. That's when that process is going to go through. And whatever the values are at 4 o'clock, that's what I'm going to sell at, and that's what I'm going to buy at. We're going to compare this number to where I was 2 weeks ago. So we're going to stocks and rentals, and we're going to find the last GM update. And it is right here on April 6th. I had $85,823.25. Bringing it back to yesterday, the difference is $1,230.39. I lost. That is a negative. That's a decline. That decline is proof that the stock market goes up and down. As I told you guys, so far this year, I've been losing money. But let's forget about that. Let's talk about something positive. I started with $1, and you see over $84,000 right here. This is something that you guys can do. It's super easy. I'm going to show you how to do it. All you got to do is click on a link below, and it's going to take you to stocks and rentals. And when you get here, you're going to click on the menu. and you want to click right here. Start here to learn about your 401k. And there are 10 easy steps, and let me break them down to you. Step number 1, this is the first thing you're going to do. You have to figure out what type of investor you are. When you click here, I'm going to help you figure that out. Remember, you cannot look at videos, you cannot read articles, and they tell you to invest in this or invest in that, because you might not be the type of investor that they are in terms of the person that made the video or wrote the article. You got to find out about yourself first before you decide to invest. So that's step number 1. Step number 2, I give you these easy definitions. You got to know all this stuff before you do anything within your 401k. Step number 3, I'll log into my 401k and I tell you how to group the different investments to the type of investor that you are. You're going to be either a conservative, balanced, or aggressive investor. Step number 4, we talk about cumulative total returns and how to use it. Number 5, we talk about fees. You want to make sure you keep your fees low and your investment profit high. Number 6, I talk about the average annual total return. Step number 7, I open up a fund and I tell you everything you need to look at. And the good thing, the majority of all that stuff in there, you can ignore it. Step number 8, I tell you how to get your money out of your paycheck into your 401k. Number 9, I tell you how to get the money out of your 401k into your different investments. And number 10, I tell you how to sell and buy an investment. I just did that right here. So you got to peek. Number 10, I just showed you in this video, but if you want more detail, you're going to go right here and click here. Let me close this video out. As I always do, I invest in stocks. I invest in rentals. Why would I try to get money from you? Why would anybody who's making money in the stock market and rentals need extra money from you? Why would I charge you something when this is 2022? You can get everything from a video and reading. You don't even have to buy the book. If you go to YouTube and you come right here to stocks and rentals, I got it all right here. Keep your money in your pocket. Let me do all the work and let you learn everything. I'm Raymond, Stocks and Rentals. I'm out. Peace.
Come on, push the button.
Yeah, come on, push your button up.
Push the goddamn button.
Push the goddamn